It's weird how these kids say some of these amazing things. My daughter used to tell me when she was younger, much younger, that, Mommy, when I'm going to town, she'd say, oh, when I'm going to work, Mommy, can you please pass through the store and buy me a brother?
Oh.
I'm like, honey, if it was sold in the store, I'll buy you 6 more. Like, you have no problems. But I mean, then again, it boils down to the, I mean, my ex, you know, told my daughter over the phone that he had a new son. And I got very upset because I thought it was my place to tell her, not his place. And it's the way he would do it. So I went in my daughter's room and she was in the closet crying. And I was like, what's wrong? She said, Daddy has a new child. It is not your child. And I was like, well, it's okay.
Bless.
So that, I mean, it's okay that it's not my child. You're going to get a brother. And the good thing is you're going to get 2 mothers. And you will get 2 fathers when mommy meets someone, you know what I mean? So look at it as a blessing. I had to start talking to her like my friend from when she was. It's so hard.
It's so hard because they're so innocent in saying that, like they want their father because that's all they know. That's the only man they know. If you were starting off your family married or newly married and having kids, your kids would know their dad. You know, it's a biological connection. And it's so hard and difficult on the parents, on us, to flip it and say, you know, you're gonna have 2 dads and 2 moms, you know, because in as much as you can make them understand it, you know in your heart that it's never gonna be the same.
Well, it will never be the same.
It will never be the same.
Sis, look, this is really serious because Dylan came over this last summer holidays and then he said, Daddy is coming to get married. He's coming to Ghana to get married. But this is me on the phone with him, and he said to me, look, I'm just coming for holidays, so buy a ticket for your son. You know when you buy a ticket for your son all the time, you know how it feels, right? But then he was rather coming to get married.
So you bought the ticket for your son?
Yes. I know. I haven't talked about it. Look, hold on. I really need to talk about this.
Go on. You want to top up?
Thank you very much.
You know, you can.
But I can tell why you're
help yourself,
no,
sweetie.
This I haven't talked about this with anybody.
Help yourself.
My darling, thank you so much.
Just pour. In fact,
I haven't
use the whole
talked about
bottle.
this with anybody. I haven't. And I was really disappointed in him because I thought that, look, if you're coming to get married, call me and tell me, look, I'm coming to Ghana, and I'm going to be with another woman. And this
I've been with another woman, and I think I want to marry her.
That's fine. I mean, because I don't want him. I don't want it. I don't want that relationship anymore. But my son told me that Daddy is coming to Ghana to get married. And then I said, really? Was that really necessary for my son to tell me?
Yeah, you know.
So then I asked him, do you like her? She said, yeah, she's really nice. She's okay. And then she was like, Mommy, but I wish you and Daddy. I was like, Dylan, it's never going to work. But I'm happy your dad is getting married. But do you think it's right that you are telling me? And then he said, Daddy, Mommy, that's not really fair. But then he asked me, Mommy, are you hurt? I said, sincerely, I am hurt. Because I used to love him. So if anything, he should have respected me enough to tell me that he's coming to get married to another woman. And so I was that one Saturday when he called and said, okay, I'm going to get married. He came over to the house and I said, why didn't you tell me? He said, you know how they like to brush things off?
And blame you.
And make you look like you are the dumb
You're the one.
You don't understand. Well, it just didn't make sense.
Tell them.
And I didn't like it. And then I started talking, you know, women. I was like, no, Kwame, this is so disrespectful. It's wrong. Well, I said his name is Kwame.
Yes,
this is so disrespectful.
So a lot of Kwames out there.
Indeed. You know,
you're Kwame. It's Kwame.
No,
it's Kwame.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He did. And then he said, okay, fine, I'm sorry. But you know, in a way, so you don't feel like, look, it's really a bother to him or anything. I said, it's okay. And then I got Dylan ready for their trip. They went outside the craft for their ceremony. And I said, okay. He came back, I was like, did you take pictures of your mother? He's like, no, Mommy, I was actually in one corner. I was like, okay.
Yeah, the kids understand. They take sides. They have the right to.
Like sometimes when they know you're going to be upset, and you're gonna talk and rattle. They just
run away from it.
They just run away from it.
They don't want to stress. They can't.
They don't want to stress because for me as well, my ex when he was getting engaged. When my ex was getting engaged, he never told me. He's like, it was because we were. I mean, at that point we were divorced, and so it's
not separated.
No, divorced. Yes. Divorced, and it was like his weekend with the kids, but for some reason he was being so agitated. He was so agitated. It was like, you know, they should wear something. They're going to somewhere, and come to find out it's the engagement. I'm like, okay, we're divorced.
So is it really wrong if I should go?
So why wouldn't you tell me?
Why didn't you tell me? Why is my child here?
Could you get the kids dressed up appropriately? It's simple. Why am I going to come and disturb you?
Yeah, so your kids will go there looking not ready. You know what I mean? And that's bad.
Papa, where's your wine, please?
I'm not joking. Because this one right here, she was actually looking after the man. Yes.
Well, we all do one way or the other, don't we?
Yeah.
But I think this is extreme.
Wait. Looking after, you're sharing stuff like when you contribute to the house and you do certain things. I don't work these days, and I stopped working because of my second child. Yeah. I had to close down my shop because business wasn't really good, and I'm home. Yeah. Really, practically I'm home. So how do you expect me to survive with that tiny budget? So you have to look for the money elsewhere, and who's going to give you that money?
I mean, with 2 kids, really, who's gonna even like?
No, because if you're not that strong, you probably will lose your self-esteem at a point.
Because you have to survive. It's not just about you. It's about you and 2 other people.
I break down so many times.
Sometimes I have to starve for my kids to eat.
You have to break down. You have to, because it's normal. You can't build up the stress. Sometimes it just gets over you where like you feel ends are not meeting, or your plans aren't you're not meeting your goals as fast as you can. And you start comparing yourself to maybe a friend or a colleague who's married, and like they're so in sync with each other, and husband
and wife. That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like,
but
sweetie.
it feels like, you know, they're achieving faster together, and you're sitting there alone with your problems. But then again, a friend of mine said, someone building a 4-story house and someone building a bungalow, you'll be building your 2nd floor and someone has roofed their house, and you'll be looking at it thinking that they are faster than you. But the point is, we're going deeper. We're deep because we have to do so much more on our own.
About a month ago, I had a nervous breakdown. I was like, I couldn't breathe again, because you go on Instagram and you see people like us designers, other designers getting bigger shops, doing bigger stuff for themselves. And
I must say that you are one amazing designer.
Safwa. Yep, absolutely.
You were just showing me your pictures.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I want a traveling bag.
Yeah, right.
No hand luggage.
You know, I'm even surprised she didn't bring. She usually carries like goodies when she's whenever she's coming.
You know, when a friend is really breaking down, you can tell.
I can tell. You know, it's you know. So these are some of the difficulties we go through being single mothers at that, and having careers, because something has to give.
But then again, you know, I don't like the term single mothers.
Tell us.
Can you say single fathers?
You go to the mall.
I've been single father before. You know,
baby,
quiet since you
my darling, listen.
Listen, I am Kofi. I'm a single father.
Let me create a scenario. Let me create a scenario here, okay? You go to the mall, 2 different people, a male and a female. Now, female, 2 kids, even 1 daughter, running up and down the mall. She looks really flustered. You see a guy dressed nicely, probably matching the outfit with his son, or even with his daughter, walking in the mall, and he tells you he's a single father. Women are even more drawn. Oh, that's so sweet. It's like it sounds like a mystery. Nobody does that.
I think it's a con together.
And then when you see the woman, you're like, oh, but this woman to hold your child there. What is that? The fact that you are single doesn't mean that you should just let everybody suffer. You know, it's always like that. You know, I mean, I don't know if you guys see what I'm trying to say.
No, I agree.
It's a lot harder on the woman when you are single-handedly doing it. But I think that we should actually be rewarded, not rewarded, but be sort of hailed for working that extra hard. Because remember that you're not just doing it for you, your child.
Okay, so I went to the house one side. I said, I'm bringing Dylan over. He's in town. Then I said, oh, he's gone to his father's house. I was like, okay, when would he be back? Okay, 5 o'clock. I said, just 5 o'clock. Why is he not there for the weekend?
Right.
So, however, maybe the fact that you saw this guy looking all good, because they would dress up because they can find other girls with their child.
Yeah, but why can't we find other men with our children?
Well, you see, and that's...
There was this funny scene where I was in the gym, I was in the gym, I had gone on the treadmill. This is years ago. I had gone on the treadmill, and I was feeling like svelte. I was feeling like, those cardio
like
gyms.
Wonder Woman.
Yes, I was getting in the groove with feeling my body, and then the guys were around. It's like, and the kids were having taekwondo and ballet and the other thing. I was like, this is not, and then just the doors just swung open. I was facing the glass doors. Mommy!
Lord Jesus. You know, there are times when I'm good
at that point, I wanted to disown my children because I was like, I'm 18 years old.
My question is, why do the women always end up with the kids? I mean, Sandra, your husband could have just kept the kids. You know what I mean? But I mean, and the thing is, we end up
a rhetorical question.
Sweetie, we end up with the kids and we complain.
I ain't complaining.
No. It can be hectic.
No, it's hectic.
It is really hectic. But I don't want my child with anybody else.
Okay, here is what it is. I think that in my situation, my ex-husband left me to be with someone else. He didn't leave me and was on his own.
I caught him in bed with another woman.
What's yours?
So me, my point is, you are taking the kids to another family and you are leaving me.
Someone's quiet. No. What's yours? Quickly.
Yeah.
No, you know, I'm inbuilt CIA, so
look at this one.
I detect.
Like
So you know, when he started working and everything was rosy, so you know, I'm leaving your nagging ass.
Yeah. Okay. So
when he asked about why the kids not being with their father, yes, my ex wants the kids to live with him, not him with his mom, but my last is just 2 years. You know, how can you just leave your child for someone else to take care of her? Where's the bonding? You can go, but it's not gonna be like she waking up to say, "Hey, mommy."
My dear, even at 15, you're not going anywhere. You are staying with me. Because stepmothers,
and
you know,
when the kids grow, at least
they
have their own choice.
But this is one thing I want.
But as they are young, we have to make those choices for them.
I want to meet that woman. I want to meet the wife of his father. The reason is because my son is going to be coming to your house anyway to see his father.
Yeah.
So we have to build that relationship. I'm not saying be my friend.
Well, you can come and see them at home.
I don't want not a relationship as in be my friend. Let's go for lunch or hello, hi.
You know her.
Hi, hello, how are you? Hey, Kwame's wife.
All these women you're talking about, you guys could end up being that woman. Because remember that you're also single and you'll be married to somebody's ex-husband. So you'll be that woman who, you know what I mean, who the wife would like to meet. Now, how would you feel about that?
I don't have a problem with that.
You see what I mean? Like flip the coin a little bit, and you meet this nice guy, 40-year-old guy, whatever it is, and he's single. He has 2 kids. The wife is somewhere. You know, his wife is somewhere. You meet the wife. I mean, the wife would say, "Well, my kids are not going to come and stay with that woman." Because I'm not comfortable, because that's how we're behaving right now.
No, I'm not saying that don't stay with her, but at least get to know her, because your child is going to come.
She's not my friend.
No, exactly, that's it.
I mean,
no.
I mean, I think
you don't have to be friends, but you should know the woman. Your child is going to another home.
I don't want to know you.
No, I want
the
to.
woman very well. So I went over. I crossed that bridge a long time ago.
You knew that woman?
Yeah, I knew
her.
her.
We always know.
I know that we're women and we're pets. I'm fine now. I'm sure you're fine, aren't you?
I've been fine.
But then
it's like
I'm semi-fine.
This one here sends roses to try and make amends on Valentine's Day.
There. But this year I was like scratching.
Honestly, can we just like toast to that?
Oh my God.
To all the single women trying to make it work for the sake of their children and for them.
You don't want to cheers to it. For the other women who are trying. No, it's okay.
Why not?
Why
not?
Jiva.
Thank you.
Why not? Why not?
Cheers to
Cheers
you.
to that.
Cheers, boo-boo.
You know? And she's like, she tried it, and she's like, you know what, it's okay, I'm done.
I think it gets to a point where you feel like, okay, there's a possibility of you getting together.
Yeah.
And then you try, you realize, like, really? Am I really wasting my time or making an effort?
Yeah.
So,
and I think that the process, the stages you go through to get to the end per se, or divorce, the end being divorce here, the stages you go through, if you go through very exhaustive stages where like you tried, at the end of the day, you know, like you've gone through those stages of, oh, should I work on it? Oh, do I want him back? Or do I want that? And then by the time you get to the end, you actually have closure.
The cases are just not pretty. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, you also don't want to be, like you're saying,
when you have closure, you will not be experiencing what you're experiencing.
Exactly. The whole coulda, shoulda, woulda will not happen.
I think it's all good to go through what you're going through, because go through it now, and then if it works, great. If it doesn't, move on.
Yeah.
You've tried.
I stopped trying.
Yeah. You don't.
If you move to try. Jifa wants to like slap me. Like, are you mad?
I know when you have a friend. Look, I haven't seen you in a while, but I'm looking at him like, who will leave this beautiful?
There was a beauty more beautiful than me.
Oh please.
Oh please.
I beg. Wait. No, my thing is, let's talk. Men are never satisfied. That's a different story for a different day. You know, even Halle Berry gets cheated on.
At a point, I wanted to bleach because the one he went for is light skin.
Oh, Sandra, this light skin. Really? So you wanted to bleach? You think it's just for your color? That's why he left you?
Well,
really? So you wanted to bleach at that point because you thought if you were lighter,
you could.
There's a lot of women going through this.
We don't talk about these things.
We don't.
So, because if I
there is
think
actually
about it, there are times where maybe you're married and you notice your husband is looking at a particular kind of woman, you subconsciously maybe go to the salon and try and have something different done to your hair. Or go get your nails done because maybe you feel I'm not taking care of myself. Maybe that's why he's looking at someone else because I'm too busy with the kids. I'm too busy with that. You get to a point where you stop blaming yourself because it is what it is. Maybe he has more time to look great. And you don't because you're busy with all the things you do at home.
And you know the worst is when you go out and you see something nice and you buy it for him so that he will look good.
Wow. Now, you know, I think somebody buying a dozen roses for Valentine's Day to try and make amends. I mean, really, she'll do that. Wow. She will.
That's brave,
you know, I like women who try. Honestly, we can all try. Yeah. But I think my thing also is when you're saddled with making decisions where the kids are concerned. Now, especially when the relationship is not a very healthy one between you and your ex, you know, and a lot of us are going through that, or we've gone through that somehow. So let's say your son has a school trip, or, you know, there's a doctor's something, and you really want to call somebody, but because of the bad blood, you know, quote unquote, you wouldn't call, and then you're saddled with making that decision on your own.
Jocelyn, I had that issue in the beginning, but I thank God, I don't know how and why, I thank God that my ex and I are so much better parents. We're like 300% better parents divorced than we were married.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's weird. Wow. The synergy is weird. It's like as if everyone feels they're being robbed of time, so the time they have is like special, especially for him. He's like, he spends every moment he gets with the kids, like he understands, okay, they have to, we've come to understand the balance. It didn't
but that took a while.
It didn't happen all of a sudden.
Exactly.
Because at times where he's like, he wanted the kids to himself. This is 6th year now. So 6 years divorced.
Yeah.
6 years divorced, 7 years separated. Because we're 2 years married, but separated, and then 5 years.
What about those men who just don't care? Like
the men who don't care.
What about them? You know what I mean? The men who just don't care.
I want to
like what?
Why would you not care?
You take your kid. You want to take your daughter or your son to a very maybe a particular school.
Yeah.
And then your ex is like, you know what? I didn't ask you to take her to that school, so I'm not going to pay her school fees. You know what I mean? So what do you even do with something like that?
I am still calling.
Girls, so you wonder why you end up with them.
Love you, lady.
No, but you know something.
Don't we see the signs before we just get into it?
Oh, sometimes.
Blinded.
Why are you going there? Oh,
you see, but you know, love conquers all. Nobody's perfect, so we can work it out. It's okay. I'm coming with my issues.
Beg you. This time around, you better be ready. Because if this man cannot take care of me, if this man will not love me more than I do love him, it ain't working.
So what, you thought you loved your ex more than he loved you?
Of course.
Okay.
It is.